don't know if you noticed, but I got new wheels. Yeah, I just kind of thought that I'd get them. So because I live right on the border of the ULEZ zone, it was kind of, I need to either sell this car or I just decide to keep it. And I decided to keep it. You have to pay £12.50 if I wanted to drive this in the ULEZ zone, but I kind of worked out that, for example, if I go left, I'm fine. If I turn right, I'll be charged. So I just don't go that way anymore, and I just stick to non-ULEZ zones. Enough? So I stuck with the car, and I still might sell it in the future, because coming home from work the other day, every single direction that wasn't a ULEZ zone, there was a lot of traffic, and the one direction that was ULEZ zone was no traffic. So it's things like that. They're just trying to get you to pay it anyway. I decided to keep the car and I decided to double down on it because I was thinking if I'm going to sell it, I want to get something that I like, but I didn't know, you know, for my budget, there's no real cars that are still good on fuel, still at least 200 brake, and that would get 50 miles per gallon, unless you're going for a new diesel. But then I just don't like, I don't not like diesels, but I just don't love them. Like this car, I've never once wanted to make this car louder. A petrol car, hell yeah, let me hear that. But a diesel car, it's just noise. So leading me on to the wheel purchase, I decided to double down, keep the car and start modifying it because something's missing. There's no Corrado here. It's at work. It's sat at work waiting to be worked on, basically. I'm not going to be driving that car this year. I'm not going to be driving it probably till summer next year now. At the rate that things are going on, because I was getting the seals repaired and then there's just like little bits of rust here and there. Had to buy a new wing. Very long and complicated. I don't really want to get into, but unfortunately I'm not going to be able to drive that car, and because I miss having that cool car to drive where I feel, you know, like I have fun in it, I wanted to make this car a little bit better because I know I love the shape of this car. I would love to get an RS4, but that's not going to happen. So we got a deal with this TDI, and I've already said I don't want to change the way it sounds. Apart from the little coo, the coo is kind of cool. This one's got a very short coo, very quiet, but yeah, the looks, right? We've got to go for the looks. So I haven't really done any modifications on this car. I've lowered it, and that's it. Aesthetics wise, I put it on Raceland coilovers. Now I've bought the wheels for it, and in today's video I'm going to be installing Bi-xenon headlights. Yo, tough. Come on in. Hey. Yeah, so the Bi-xenon headlights, which can be found on like the RS4s or the S4s. I think it was an optional upgrade from the factory, but not many people went for them. And I found some for very cheap, and I just bit the bullet, I went for it. I've got them here. I don't even know if they work, but there's no cracks and none of the tabs on the lights snap. So let me show you what I mean. This headlight is literally held in by this bolt here. Completely broken. This one, I believe, this one's fine, but this one's broken. So while it's there, I convinced myself and Lucy that I should just get new headlights, and if I'm getting new headlights, might as well get nice ones. And they're here amongst this absolute pile of junk, and my sofa that has been ripped apart by foxes in my absence. I haven't been here, I haven't lived here for nearly a year and a half now, and this is what it turns into. There's standard wheels, got some tyres, and these lights, and I've just walked through a fucking cobweb. These are the Bi-xenon projector style headlights. The lenses aren't cracked. There's a stone chip, quite a big one there, and they are quite faded. So what my plan is, I'll probably buy new lenses, and I think they called it Joey modding. Well, that's what it used to be called on the Golfs anyway, but black out any of the chrome trim on the inside. Don't know about this lot yet. Probably leave that, but this anyway, make that black. Maybe I'll do that. But these usually go, so you got the lights, then you got the ballasts, and then you got the wiring harnesses. And if you're lucky, you can find a set which includes all that for around 300. Whereas I saw these up on eBay for 150. So I went and picked it up. And these come with the ballasts, which I believe is, I don't actually know what they are. On the underside, I think it's this. I could be very, very wrong. All the tabs are intact, not snapped. Like the rubber's a little bit faded. Like I said, the lenses are faded. The inside probably needs a good clean up, but I can do that when I take the lenses off. So yeah, I think I got this for quite a good deal. These you can pick up just on eBay. They are just adapters, or they're the required lighting harness, and then they've just got the adapter for the, I think it's the full beam is what doesn't work. Say you just unplug that, put this in, everything would work, I believe, except for the full beam or the high beam. We'll find out. I'll give it a test. I've taken the airbox out just so there's more room, because this is the side that we've got to go through the firewall. A lot of the guys I'm looking at, they're pointing it through this side, but I think it's a lot of Americans are trying to do it. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it. Wire it down out to the wheel arch somehow, and then I might have to take the wheel off to do this properly. Okay, I've been doing some digging, so this is all off, wheels off, and I've taken this out and I've stuck my phone through this grommet that was here just to see if I can see the light over on the other side. I've torn all this trim up, the carpet here as well. Let me take this filter off because you actually can't see anything. Yeah, so trim's out, the carpet's out. You just pull it out to get to it, and then looking up here, you can see a light, which means that we have an entrance. So now I should be able to hopefully fish both of the wires through. So I'm either going to be really clever here or I'm going to be really stupid. In the grommet there is this little like nipply thing, and to me, because I can feel it on the inside, it's like something at one point may on another car have been poked through this without this nipple thing. So I'm thinking, if I cut this off, rather than poking a hole through it to put the wire through, if I cut this, see if there's a hole so we can put our wires through, and then try and kind of seal it or glue it up after. The prophecy was true. I didn't even have to cut it, I just pulled it a little bit and it fell off, revealing a nice hole for us to put the wires through. We got the plug number one. The plan with this is we're going to tuck it in under this seal, take the seal off and then tuck it all the way in. So they both come out here. Here's the second plug for this side. Goes down there, then it comes out there. Then we're going to tuck it in behind the shit shield, tuck it in here, poked it through the grommet, through the spare hole. Both wirings are through up there. You could just reach out, you can grab it and pull it through, and it's perfectly long enough to get to where we need to be. And I think it's one of these. It's either that or it's going to be, take this out. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Both this side. Hey. So it's just the main beam then is what the red wire is for. Had to remove this. This is just a couple of 8mm bolts. I hope that it's this one with the orange tab. Trying to just go with the reference images online is pretty shit because everything's kind of backwards because they're all doing it on that side. Okay, so this is claustrophobic. So here's the connector. This is what we're going to be putting these wires into. This thing. So if you look at it from the back, and the two on the left that are free, so the ones furthest to the left, the next two that are free, they are supposed to go in there. It's been a while and I bought new lenses and I bought a heat gun, and we're going to go for the box technique. As again, I don't know if you've even heard any of this. Bought a heat gun from Lidl. Okay, here we go. Toilet roll into the box. Headlight, which is slightly raised using 2 sockets, just so airflow can pass underneath. I've never ever done this before. This could go very wrong, but it's fine. Let's do it. What I'm going to be doing is taking the headlight lenses off, cleaning up the inside, and then painting the chrome strip at the front black. And obviously, to get it to adhere and stick, we're going to have to scotch it up. I've got the ideal 800 grit, which we're just going to wet sand, and then I'm going to go over it with a bit of primer and a bit. I think I bought gloss black. I saw someone with matte black, which looked good. So we're just going to see if this headlight lens even comes off. got it. I just had to set 300 degrees for about 10 minutes. Oh yes. Beautiful. So we got the lens. Gonna get this chrome bit out now. Yo girl, 15 years old, still a little kitten. Yeah. Plastic primer, just heat it up because it was out in the cold. Just warm up a little bit. Same as this, I've just warmed this up a little bit. Now just using whatever I've got left over from the years of collecting spray cans and spraying random bits. It's a little bit of gloss black in this. Kind of light coat and then dry it off, then go with a heavier coat. There's really not much in it. Right, it's lacquer time. This is old lacquer from Halfords. I have no hope that this is going to look perfect. Not bad. For the first coat, not bad. Last coat of lacquer. Here we go. This should hide most of the popping that's going on. You see the little dots? That went alright, it looks okay. Nozzle started spraying at the end, so a lot of dollops of shit went on. But it is what it is. I mean, they're going to be like on the car. You're not going to be looking into the black paint in the headlights, are you? At the moment it looks kind of misty. I think that's the weather. Hopefully when it dries, it goes less misty. But we'll have a look in about 10-15 minutes. You can see how cold it's now getting. It's not good. Might try and take these inside overnight and then come back another day and fit them back up. I thought it was going to be much worse, but it actually kind of looks like I do this stuff for a living, which I'm happy about, because it would be awful if I've just spent 2 years of my life learning how to paint stuff. So I've got new lenses. We've got to screw these into the new lenses. We have to use, this is what I'm going to be using to seal the headlights back up. This says it's like ideal for, and you can see they're using it on a headlight there, glass and windscreens. If it's good enough for windscreens, I'm sure it's good enough for a headlight lens. Got to re-glue all of this and then put it back in the box with the heat gun to use it back like an oven again, whilst it's kind of using the clips to hold it in. Well, yeah, the glue should kind of melt once we take it out of the heat. Let it cool down again, it should set. But I just need to make sure that the inside is very, very cleaned up, and I might actually swap the bulbs over now, so we're not doing it when it's back on the car. Original screws don't fit into the new lenses, so I just had to run over the road to get some of these self-tapping screws, 4mm wide, whereas these ones are like 2 or 3mm wide, and they just weren't going in. So I bought some of them of the same length, and it's perfect fit. So now this is what it's kind of looking like in the new lens. Looks cool, looks very fancy. I think it's about to absolutely piss it down. Sounds wicked with no air filter in it. And this is like the official eBay. These are just slightly different design. I think that was what the issue was. But it looks a lot more genuine and real than whatever the hell that was. It's in. It clipped in so nicely. Last time I was there with the old wiring, trying to just mess around with it, but this was the completely wrong connection, and it just wouldn't go in. But luckily this one went straight in, smoothly, clicked in, put everything back together. So now I'm left with this, the wires are here. Now is the time where you're gonna need OBDEleven or VAGCOM, whatever one you want. You basically need something to plug into your car so that you can change some values in it. It's super simple, it's not difficult. I'm going to be showing you how to do it with this. If you've got VAGCOM or VCDS, you can use that, but I highly recommend OBDEleven because they've updated their stuff now. You can buy one of these, whereas now it does every car. So I've bought this, you get credits to change the apps if you want them, or you can do long coding, you just have to buy this. I think the Pro Pack is what you need. It's the one that's worth getting, but I'll show you how to do it. There was a fault in my dad's Jaguar a couple months back, and I tried plugging Carly into it and it just messed with it. I didn't really understand what it was saying, but I prefer OBDEleven so much to Carly. Carly seems to be trying to be too complicated, saying that it's like the internal mechanic that will tell you what's wrong with the car. But if you got one of these, you can just Google it, and you get actual real people telling you what the issue is. This is not sponsored, by the way. However, if you are interested in getting one of these, there's a link in the description below the video where if you buy it through that link, I get a little bit of revenue from it. So it helps me out. And if you fancy one of these, then please use that link. Or don't. And don't have projector headlights. Simple as that. Look wicked, man. They look so good with the fresh, clear lens on them. So nice. Excuse the mess. I've taken everything out to get to where I wanted, but it's all plugged back in. You can't see because it's too dark. But you saw it earlier. So anyway, this is the OBD port, just kind of chilling, hanging here at the moment. So I'm going to plug OBDEleven into this, turn the ignition on, and then we'll switch over to the phone. Right, connect OBDE 2. So I think, shut up, it's now telling me off for all the lights that are out. I think we need to go to adaptation, and yes, my friend, I hear you. You come on to control units in number 9, which is Central Electrics. You go to coding. Yep, and then this is basically explaining what each number does. So it's saying the first number is the chassis. Obviously I've got an Avant, so it's 1. Anyway, you come down to the headlights, which is the 4th number in. Halogen, which it currently has. Halogen, Bi-xenon headlights with daytime running lights, Bi-xenon headlights without daytime running lights. So I need to change it to 3 because it doesn't have daytime running lights. 10031. Hold it. And here we go. Moment of truth. Coding accepted. This is good stuff. It's actually working. So now the car should know that it's got the right headlights. So now I just need to plug them in and see if they work. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Plugged in with the adapter. This one's also plugged in. The wire is just hanging loosely into the car. Ignition is on. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, buddy! Sick. Sick. That's wicked. That is wicked. I love it. That's so cool. It looks so angry now. Like it never used to look angry, and now it actually looks angry as fuck. And let me actually turn the lights on. Side lights. What is the matter? Why are you beeping? Side lights working, thankfully. I don't know what was up with the other one. The other one blew, but this one's, they're both working and fine. The dipped beams, they're blue. They're no longer yellow. Oh, they look wicked. They look so much better. One of the big reasons I wanted to get these headlights is because my old headlights I couldn't see in the dark because the top clip had snapped, so the headlights were just constantly pointing down. I couldn't see anything. Now look at this. And I still didn't really figure out what is going on with this bulb. It doesn't do anything now. I put full beams on. So they don't do anything. Ah, it's so cool. It actually looks incredible. I love it. I can't wait to actually see it in the daytime, but even like from back here, with the wheels, the lights, the blacked out trim. Some people say it looks like eyeliner. I say, what's wrong with eyeliner? Yeah, now I've got a shitload of tidying to do. This is what this place has now become. I'll take the oven back upstairs. Wheels that have got to be sold because I need the money. Tyres that need to be sold because they're taking up space. Corrado stuff that is not here at the moment. Right, now it's time to find out what issues there were and how many issues there still are. Alright, we've got a record breaking 15 faults. I'm not even going to look at them. I'm just going to clear them. Whoa! Whoa! Brakes! Whoa! What's going on? Okay, 15 faults down to 1 fault. Steering column. Faults. Radio. Ah, because there's no factory radio, so it can't communicate with it. I'll take that, that's fine by me. So realistically I've got no faults. So everything is perfect. Well, apart from the rear number plate light, that is out. We're good, and everything works as it should. Lovely jubbly, let's go home. It's a week later and I still haven't cleaned it. I lied. I don't have my main camera with me. But here we go. Now that it's actually light outside, I can show you. It looks really, really cool. And I love it. It just makes the whole front end look so much more mean. I'll show you with the lights on. The camera on this phone picks it up and it makes it look green. But it's not green, it's blue. So I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, the whole car just needs a clean. But it looks a lot better. You've also seen me go through every single stage of my hair. I started the video and had a fresh trim. Then in the middle of the video it was really long. Now I've had a trim again, but I've left the top. I've just cut the sides and the back. When I first originally bought the headlights, that was probably like 2 or 3 months ago. But we got an upload in the end. I'm gonna try and post this video today. And yeah, any questions you got, if you're doing this install, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you could help other people out, if you see questions that you know the answer to, please help out, help each other out, that'd be sick. If you've come from the Facebook group, because I know a lot of you guys there had questions, thanks for looking at this video. And I think in the next video we will go for a drive. I've done quite a lot to it now, and I think it's time I made a full review video like what I've done for the other cars. Any updates? Not really. I'm getting married in July. Probably share that. Yeah, me and Lucy are getting married. It's gonna be a big day. I hope the weather is good. Not like the weather is here, although it is like the end of November. Yeah, we're getting married. That's probably the big life update. Scary, but I'm excited. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.